Avengers Doomsday, the great choices made in front, behind the camera. That's what I'll be getting into today. What's good people? BK here, back on the Silly, Nerdy, and Wordy podcast here on Kruboy Productions. Consider this my late nerdy reaction to the D23 2026 Avengers Doomsday full trailer. Hope you all are well. So what I did and what you're about to see is me doing a play-by-play of the full trailer itself, but this will be audio only, me describing it almost in frame by frame. So that is what you're going to hear. Hope you like it. If you do, subscribe to the Silly, Nerdy, and Wordy podcast wherever you get your podcasts, and subscribe to Kruboy Productions here on YouTube and TikTok at Nerdy Podcaster 124. They're all free. And let's get into the breakdown. Getting into this full Avengers Doomsday trailer from D23 2026, the thing I noticed right away is the green magic that's emulated from the 4 as Doom is sitting on his throne, as Sue Storm is voicing over this. In this shot, there has to be a little bit of practical effects with the team possibly lacing down some stuff on the floor there, and then visual effects comes in, whoever the studio is, possibly ILM or maybe some other studios, to get that the way the floor looks there as the green magic is emulated from the floor. That's what I noticed right away. Sue Storm is talking over. It's a great visual. It's a great shot. It sets the tone of the trailer right away. So great choices there. Now, having the choice of Vanessa Kirby, she is an excellent actress, and the choice of her character, Sue Storm, voicing over this, telling this, is an excellent choice, and it has to be that way. It has to be somebody from the Fantastic Four. It would either have to be Sue Storm or Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. So it has to be one of them because of the relationship and the history in the comics with the Fantastic Four, Victor Von Doom. Great choice of having her be the one that says these things as she's telling all of the other Avengers there. Now, when they get to that overshot, the shot of the city, the deteriorated city, and then Reed Richards says, "Victor, did you do this?" And they zoom in, they get the close-up shot of Robert Downey Jr. and his eyes and the look in his eyes, and just the way they did that, the close-up, it just says a lot without saying nothing at all, and it is very impactful. So I love what Robert was doing with that there. When Doom says all of you have lived stolen lives, as they're showing the shots of everyone, of Loki and Thor and his child, this to me says that there are going to be a lot of deaths in this film. And this is not going to be a situation where Infinity War happened and then Endgame happened when they brought everybody back. This is not going to be one of those things. It can't be, because of what is happening overall in the MCU with what's going to come with Secret Wars and then them moving on to the X-Men. But there is going to be some serious loss, and they have to do it also to bring in the new X-Men. As Doom is saying the "you have lived stolen lives" line, the close-up of what Shuri, the look and the emotion on her face, what Letitia Wright was doing there, really good to go with what was being said, and then the zooming in on her, it's well done by her, and then also by the editor and the directors to bring all of this together. So I like what is happening there and focusing on her a little bit in the few seconds that it is focusing on her as these words are being said. In the last few seconds, the last frames of this trailer, as Thor is going up to Doom and he says his line, and then Doom says his line, "Hell answers to me, for I am Doom." With that line, that's a great line. Now, I don't know if that's possibly something from the comics, or maybe that's just something that the writers came up with and that's just genius. Who knew how many drafts they had to go through to get that particular line? It is an awesome line. And then the getting the Sentinels to come up, that's great. Also within that line, for I am Doom, the end of that line, it's interesting that it is Robert Downey Jr. saying that line with the accent, because in Iron Man, the first Iron Man, he says, I am Iron Man at the end of that film. Also, as he opens his hands up, the hand gesture, as he has his hands wide open with the Sentinels rising up, he did that exact same gesture in Iron Man when he was just Tony Stark doing the display of the weapons with Stark Industries before everything started to happen in Iron Man. So the fact that it's the same actor doing that same pose when Iron Man first came out in 2008, and then he says the same thing with I am, insert Iron Man in 2008. Fast forward to 2026, he says the same thing with something previously, said before that, but he says, I am, for I am Doom. So just interesting callbacks there, small little details there. So I love that, in the fact that it's all the same actor, Robert Downey Jr., doing both of those things. Overall, I love the trailer. It looks great. Much better than the first trailer, although the first trailer was great as well. The tone of it all, the score, the music. Very excited to see this film. But that is my nerdy breakdown of this Doomsday full trailer. If you like these type of nerdy breakdowns, subscribe to the channel here on Kruboy Productions and the Silly, Nerdy, and Wordy podcast. That is all for now. And until next time, we will talk soon.